While you mentioned about the ESCON and this thing, for the viewers, could you just simply explain that? What exactly is ESCON?
Before that, you made a very valid point about as the underdog. Like it started with cadet in NDA or an appointment in NDA and gentleman cadet in IMA. You're more into that glamour of uniform, right? So if the glamour actually is in infantry, the glamour is in the armored, because you are actually in the thick of the battle. You're risking your life. You're there. You're in contact all the time. So that is where the glamour lies. Or like for example, para commandos have a different glamours. When I say commandos, I'm talking about all the special forces. No, they have a different glamour. It's a different breed. Similarly, fighter jet pilots,
Yes.
transport hepters, attack hepters, they all have a different there. So it's not that any of them are underdogs, but yes, if you want to have a life of glamour, everything, it is there. So that is where you're going to make a choice. If you join signals, you would be behind the scenes doing a very important job. Many times it is thankless and stressful, because if a commander cannot communicate and pass an order, the first head to roll will be that of the communicator, because he is not being able to fulfill his mission because of lack of communication. So that is there. So stressful, which is there. Coming back to your question about ESCON, what is there, right? For the viewers, when you look at it, communications can be segregated or compartmentalized, I mean, for a better word, into various there. So one is a static core infrastructure. The other is at the edge, or at the edge in infrastructure, right? The edge, for example, if I take a mobile phone, because everybody is accustomed to it, at the edge communication is the mobile handset that you're having. The infrastructure is your mobile towers and rearwards connectivity on OFC, or which we call backhaul or microwave, mostly OFC, onto the switching there, onto their data centers, where they are managing the network, authenticating you, giving you the rights to use something, your billing and everything. Because billing, of course, is also important because it's a commercial activity. Not so in the armed forces, because there's no billing that we do. We're not charging. Everything is paid for by the government or the taxpayers' money. So ESCON is something which is a strategic network, which starts from the clouds, which are our data centers, regional or central data centers, which are spread all over the nation, going down right up to infrastructure, going right up to the international border or the boundaries, or LAC or LOC, as you have it, right? So as a result, anybody who's there, you can say you can come into the shadow of a communication node and you can connect. Now, when you connect, either it could be a wire or wireless, right? Mm-hmm. For example, like when you're moving on mobile, when you leave one mobile tower, you join the others, there's something handoff, your call handoff takes place, and you're wirelessly connected to the other tower. Here, you can either be wireless or wired. So you have something like a communication hotspot. So ESCON actually is the strategic communication network with ESCON phase for going right up to the border. So it is catering for now this shadow could be the footprint of this could be 10 kilometers. There's still gaps. So these are static. Though they have some mobile, you can redeploy them. But most of the majority of them, 90% are static, right there. For that, you need something mobile communications or communication for the mechanized forces, right? For that, you have something which is called the tactical communications, which also has wireless, which will be there, and hotspot which is there, right? So ESCON is something which has got the cloud, the data center, the management, the going right up to the IB, and important location. You have strategically and tactically important locations physically. You have a communication node or set up a communication node so that everybody get connected rearwards and laterally to ESCON. So it is what we call Army Static Switched Communication Network, right? It's actually the infrastructure. Now, this infrastructure is not that it's only OFC. It could be microwave, it will be OFC, it could be satellite. There are all these three components, because you need multiple routes so that these communication node, there's no single point of failure within the node and outside also, right? That is how it is what the ESCON in a nutshell does. And I made an example with this, right? The tactical communication is something like a handset, which again, there's a unit which does that, which will have wireless, because the moment you launch yourself, you're not going to be sitting in one place. You'll be moving out. So when you're going there, you just connect wirelessly or through satellite rearwards, right? Get connected throughout.